This is 5 on your side at 5. Focused on you.
We start with breaking news. The Supreme Court has agreed to decide whether former President Donald Trump is immune from criminal prosecution. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Kelly Jackson.
And I'm Mike Bush. Former President Trump faces criminal election interference charges. His legal team says the former president should have a shield of immunity to protect him from criminal prosecution. The Supreme Court agreed to take up this case. That means they will hear arguments and issue a ruling on the immunity claim. In the meantime, the cases are on hold, meaning no trial can take place. The court will begin hearing the case on April 22nd, and it could take months to resolve.
We will be closely following this story on air and online. You can get the latest updates on ksdk.com or by downloading the 5 on Your Side app.
Tonight, a Valley Park building is condemned after an explosion and fire. Dozens of crews rushed to Elite Properties and Landscaping overnight. St. Louis County's Bomb and Arson Division is investigating the cause of the fire. It happened on Marshall Road, where several other industrial businesses and homes are located. 5 on Your Side's Diamond Palmer is live at the scene with new developments. Diamond.
Well, Mike and Kelly, the St. Louis County Bomb and Arson Division has concluded in their preliminary investigation that at this time the fire doesn't seem suspicious. But this evening, we have learned that building is condemned. And as for Elite Properties and Landscaping, they say they will rebuild.
Yeah, I work in this company close to 30 years already.
Julian Ryder showed up to his job at Elite Properties and Landscaping just before 7 a.m. Wednesday, only to find thick smoke and dozens of firefighters fighting flames.
Yeah, I got a big surprise now. I guess no work today.
Valley Park Fire Protection District was the main agency on the scene. They say the fire broke out around 3 a.m. Flames were burning in the middle of the unoccupied building with unknown materials inside, which created a strong smell. Fire officials say none of the materials were toxic, but crews had to tear down some of the building to attack the fire. Destiny Williams lives directly next door to the business and heard a loud explosion that woke her up.
We came outside and this whole entire building was on fire.
The business is located in an industrial area on Marshall Road with propane tanks nearby. Williams says she's glad the fire didn't spread.
I was worried about it coming to my house because the winds were super bad last night. They still are.
Curtis Van Gosbeck with the Valley Park Fire Protection District says the hardest part of the fire was the wind. 60 firefighters and 12 fire departments were able to put the fire out just before noon on Wednesday.
Our crews got alerted for smoke in the area. So when they pulled out of the firehouse, they could see the flames actually from the firehouse. When they arrived on scene, they saw a large commercial structure that was burning. This was a wind-driven fire, so it was very difficult to control.
The St. Louis County Bomb and Arson Division says this investigation could take some time to find the final cause of this fire. This is all under investigation. Reporting live here in Valley Park, Diamond Palmer, 5 on Your Side.
Tonight, 2 women are facing sex trafficking charges in St. Louis County. They are accused of recruiting and taking a 16-year-old to participate in sex acts at River City Casino. As 5 on Your Side's Justina Coronel reports, it was a casino employee who spotted the crime. Justina.
Kelly, a River City Casino spokesperson said they can't go into the specifics, but it was one of their frontline team members who brought this matter to their security team and ultimately local police. St. Louis County Police say they learned Friday that a 16-year-old victim had been recruited by Angel Henderson from Florissant and Mac Mitchell from Memphis. Police say these 2 women harbored, transported, and recruited the victim to participate in sex acts with various men at River City Casino. Police have arrested Henderson, but Mitchell is not in custody yet. Earlier today, I sat down with the commercial sexual exploitation of children coordinator at the Child Advocacy Center, who says, if you see something, say something. And in a case like this, she said some myths are debunked.
One of the things that we definitely want to stress is that women absolutely can be offenders, but it's harder for people to accept that for one reason is you don't expect that. Trafficking and people being exploited can happen absolutely anywhere.
In court documents, it also said it is anticipated that the ongoing investigation will reveal further minor victims. Both women were ordered to be held on a $300,000 bond.
Right now, crews are trying to figure out what caused a devastating fire in Affton. A family of 5 now without a home. Crews were called to the house on Staley Avenue overnight. We're told the family of 5 got out safely and no one was injured, but the house has major damage on the 2nd floor. Investigators say the fire started in one of the children's bedrooms and spread from there.
People in northern Illinois are cleaning up from historic severe weather. Storms outside of Chicago caused major damage last night. A tornado touched down in Anawan, Illinois, which destroyed many buildings. In our area, had strong winds overnight as the temperature dropped more than 60 degrees.
Weather First meteorologist Jim Castillo is here with more on this drastic weather change.
Yes, you know, it's cool, it's windy now, guys, and so that high Monday 80 and yesterday was 86, the warmest it's ever been so early in the year and the warmest we've ever seen in February. So what we have is low temperatures this morning. You know, we started out at 26 this morning, and so think about that. 86 the day before, 26 in the morning. That is 60 degrees, and we're at 39 right now. So the high today was 42, and we'll get warmer as we get into the weekend forecast. I'll have that coming up, but tonight it's a hard freeze, winds relax, and then that huge weekend warm up. We're talking some 70s, and I'll tell you which day may actually hit 80 coming up.
There are new allegations tonight against a former police officer accused of sexually assaulting men who he detained or arrested. 5 on your side's Christine Byers uncovered a new lawsuit against Marcellus Blackwell, and she's here in studio with those new details. Christine.
Mike and Kelly, this new lawsuit not only goes after Marcellus Blackwell, but also the leaders of several North St. Louis County communities. It's filed on behalf of a man who was a construction worker in Wellston. In the lawsuit, the man says Officer Marcellus Blackwell arrested him without cause. And instead of taking him to the police station, he pulled over in a secluded industrial area and groped the victim while he was handcuffed. Marcellus Blackwell worked for the North County Police Cooperative. He faces a laundry list of charges dating back to November of 2022. Investigators say he fondled at least 19 men and sexually assaulted one of them. A federal grand jury also said he kidnapped those victims. Now, the lawsuit says the North County Police Cooperative failed to properly supervise Blackwell. We called the chief, who says the department does not comment on pending litigation.
Thank you, Christine. Well, this Saturday, the Missouri Republican Party will hold a caucus for the presidential primary race. So if you are hoping to vote for the Republican presidential nominee, things will look a little different. Instead of a ballot box, you'll visit the caucus site in your county. To find the caucus site, head to the As Seen on TV section of KSDK.com, and we will have expanded coverage of the caucus this Saturday and on this week's episode of The Record with Mark Maxwell, Sunday night at 11.
Hunter Biden testifies behind closed doors where the effort to impeach President Biden stands tonight.
A shakeup in Senate leadership. Who's stepping down later this year?